we were starting to clear some of this property out ourselves. And I told him, man, we need a goat. That's what we need.
And then Carol and Cindy came because they had been found in Myrtle Point. And Cindy was hungry. And she was little at the time, and she would jump up on you and put her front feet on you, and she was knocking the kids down.
Oh, Marcia. Marcia.
So somebody from Myrtle Point called up the shelter and said, come get these goats. They're attacking our kids. We didn't really start out to do this. I mean, it wasn't our goal. It's just kind of happened along the way. When we moved here, we already had 18 cats, and we didn't need any more. But then when we came out and started volunteering at the shelter, and there were a lot of people just helping the cats, and nobody was helping the dogs. Our motto is trying to help the animals who have no way to help themselves. Because in human world, they're just disposable to other people, especially the older ones. And we just want to give them a place that they can just live out whatever time they have left and be happy. Of course, most people aren't going to do as many as we do because it's hard. It's not easy, and it's really difficult for most people to handle, 2 dogs, let alone 16. It's just I turned out to be so good at working with dogs, and then the power of the pack helps so much with helping these ones that have extra behavior problems. They're the ones that need the help the most. And they're the ones that are least likely to be adopted or to get a second chance. And we've fostered a lot of dogs. There's a lot that we haven't kept because they're younger, because they got over their behavior issues and they got adopted into good homes. Wisty came to us when she weighed less than a half a pound, and some lady brought her into the clinic, and she didn't know what to do. And I couldn't just let her, die, so I brought her home, and she's just amazes me all the time because she doesn't have any eyes, but she'll look right at you, and she never hesitates. She knows right where she's going and what she's doing. The other cat, Shibby came to us because she had her back broken, and I said, okay, I'll take her because I'd learned how to express cat bladders, and I figured who else is going to want to squeeze the pee out of a cat twice a day? Get up on the sidewalk. No, you're not out here to play. Get up on the sidewalk. Max came into the shelter with 6 of his 7 sisters. Everybody wanted him because he was the only boy until they saw his feet, and then they didn't want him. But that just made me want him more. And he's the perfect dog. I mean, he doesn't know he should be any different, and he doesn't need to be any different. He's never let that affect his outlook on life, which, of course, helps us enjoy life more every day. Okay. We decided that it was time for Maxie to get a wheelchair. I posted pictures of Max with a little story that kind of said how he was, we got him from the shelter and he was born with 2.5 feet, and that it was time for him to have his wheelchair.
I thought how wonderful for me to buy that cart for Maxie in memory of Boo Boo.
We were all excited. Of course, the first thing we had to do was hug, and I made her a photo album. And I left a couple spaces in the front for pictures of Max in his cart, as I thought that would be a much nicer thank you gift for her to really express how much I appreciate what she did.
It was wonderful. It's going to work out really good for me. It's going to take a little time for him to get used to it, but it's going to work out really good. And she has other dogs too that in time will also need the cart, so it's going to work out for other dogs as well, so it's going to be really great.
That's a very good boy, Theo. That's a good boy. You're trying to figure out how you can get out of my fingers, huh? Good boy.